breaking my heart.
Meow, 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 down, ow, ow. It's the morning, and I got my coffee, my coffee, my coffee. Ooh, okay. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to the Everest show. It's been a wonderful week as the Plagueis movie continues to break YouTuber records. Not box office, but YouTuber records.
Anakin, you're breaking my heart.
I've been pretty lazy, barely working on episode 2 this week. Alright. Hold on, let me get an image here. Let me get Qui-Gon on there. A little black coffee. Cappuccino. Oh. Well, good morning, everyone. We have a long day. Let me get something more that pumps it up. Alright. I'll wait till more people get in the chat. It's good to see you all again. We got. I'm gonna talk. I guess I'll recap some Star Wars things. A couple people asked me about. I haven't really given my proper thoughts on the Skeleton Crew, other than a few comments. I don't really care about Skeleton Crew, so if I sound bored talking about it, it's just I'm not interested in it. We also got a figure giveaway today. That will be decided. We'll have to discuss the details, but I did an unboxing video the other day, and I mentioned that he wanted to do a giveaway of giving away a figure, and we'll get into details later. But again, hello to the chat here. So far, we got Arthur, what's up? And then we got Chimere, the Dawn. He says, Chimere, hello. And then black coffee. I think I already answered that. It's cappuccino. What's up, Flor Daishon? I did want to mention, are you giving away the orca? I wish I could give away the orca. The orca is mine. It's actually, the orca is actually in, anyone could have the orca because I found it on Google Images. I kind of warped it, I kind of changed the colors on it a little bit, but yeah, I found it on Google Images and kind of stole it like a shameless thief. If I have to ever change it, I guess I will, but I don't think I'll ever change the orca. I think no one cares at this point. I did change the logo with more Photoshop artwork on the YouTube channel. And I do have a big plush orca I've had since a kid. So I will never be getting rid of that. That is a family heirloom as the orca of the orcas. But will I be giving away a orca? You'll have to go to SeaWorld to ask. I don't think one could fit a orca in their pool, let alone make space for one. SeaWorld is pushing it as it is. People would hate my stance on SeaWorld. And but hello, Darth Urbex. He is the operator of the giveaway today. So everyone be nice to him, and we're gonna talk about the details later. We're gonna just let the stream get more people in here. So the Plagueis movie was mentioned by a couple people this week. Yesterday it was mentioned by Thor Skywalker, who mentioned it in a Acolyte video. And Thor, if you're listening, I'm glad you enjoyed it. In fact, anyone who's from the Thor video that joined in, I'm glad you guys could have liked it. And he said he was blown away by it, and it made him sad that Disney doesn't really put out anything good compared to us, the fans. So, but the problem, I'm done talking about the Acolyte. I think I'm moving on from that show. But it does. I think people should just start ignoring it, letting it go. Let it go in the wind. It's gone. It's done. My hype is kind of low for Skeleton Crew, but I do find the charm in the Goonies Stranger Things. Yeah, but it's just not enough for me to care at this point. It's not like affecting anyone. It's it's just but I think I finalized Palpatine's look for the movie. I don't have a picture here. I don't have a picture here. Well, I fixed Palpatine's look for the movie. He looks better than he did in Episode 1. He looks more like Ian McDermott. So I already showed some preview images of that. I'll probably, today I guess I'll show how I edit this stuff. I've been working with a guy named Nathan. I don't know if I showed this, but he is trying to color correct the what I got so far for Episode 1 to be more like the Phantom Menace. See, here's the bottom. See, look at the bottom here, and then you got the bottom is the original, and then you got the Phantom Menace, and then above is the final version. It doesn't look too much like the Phantom Menace color grading, but it's kind of worth it. It's worth a start, I guess. I would make it more saturated, but that you don't want too much saturation. Working with these colors and stuff. And here it kind of just looks like the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, which is the map based off of. So, yeah, I do like his color correcting job with Episode 2. How do you feel about the live action Snow White trailer? Oh, don't even get me started on the Snow White trailer. Snow White. It looks ugly. Rachel Zegler. I don't know why Gal Gadot's jealous of Rachel Zegler. She's beautiful. And then it's the dwarves that look disgusting and awful. Just awful CGI. Horrible. And that's pretty much enough of that when it comes to my opinion on Skeleton Crew made me want to fetch my bathing toaster. Yeah, Skeleton Crew, again, I'm not sure on the trailer. We'll go by it play by play. Are you bothered at all that Star Wars Theory is now starting a 3D animated Dark Plagueis series? Um, bothered? Um, well, I've actually seen, I think it's not really an animated type of thing. Um, but I don't want to, like, show any, disrespect to Star Wars Theory. Um, but I don't blame this on Star Wars Theory. I blame this on the person he works with. I've seen some of his work, and people can shit on me for my animation, but there's some ethnic things that I can't agree with when it comes to that stuff. Theory can do what he wants. I'm not criticizing him, and anyone can make a Plagueis. Another person made a Plagueis movie. A German. He did the Plagueis Lego movie. That's good. Has anyone seen that? That's pretty accurate. But that adds a lot of original stuff to it. I'm adding some original stuff to episode 2. Like I'm exploring Shimi story and stuff. But there was a little too much stuff that the story kind of went haywire in that Lego Plagueis adaptation. The problem with it's not Theory though. I have some qualms with the that's kind of, it's like arrogant. People can criticize my work. I know Theory, and I don't know him, but we worked on the Plagueis. He voiced Venomous, so for me to have like a critical take on something, I can't. But I can't. The Plagueis movie, if he wants to do a Plagueis movie, that's fine. It's just usually the way he does it, the way his so-called animator does it. I wouldn't even call it animation. I can't. I mean, my stuff's not animation. It's hard to put, but it's kind of like I'm trying to be honest. And you could probably guess why you can probably, if you've seen the previous stuff that person's worked on. If it was like Vader episode 2 with the CGI, I would be for it. Like, definitely. Like, hell yeah. Vader episode 2. People animating. Have you seen Mace Windu? The Mace Windu model for that? That's gonna be really good. I've seen the trailer for it. I'm rooting for that one. And I liked some of episode 1. But I don't know about... It's not going to be animated. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's... I see I've been dwelling on it for a while. It's hard for me to even give out, because I don't want to be disrespectful. I don't want to seem condescending. And I don't want to say, well, my stuff's better than... See, people are praising me because I'm the first person really to do an accurate Plagueis movie, and I think anyone could. But when it comes to that, let me read. We love any Plagueis series, but Orca's Plagueis series will always be number 1. Thank you, Urbix. Orca's movie won the Darth Plagueis Award. The Dawn AI. Yes. Do I have to be more? I don't want to be that person. I don't want someone to look at my stream and say, "Well, how could you say this about my stuff?" You don't. But if you want my honest opinion, yes, I do not like the AI. I think the AI is, and that's probably what it's gonna be. And it's no disrespect to Theory. I'm sure he works with wonderful people, but it's not him. It's the animator he works with, who I've heard stuff from other people about him, and I don't. People can have fun. He wants to have fun. He can do it that way. But that, to me, that's just not the way to do it. And it's actually, I don't want to criticize another person. It's kind of a tough question, but if it's going to be like what I know it's going to be like, then I can't really get behind that. I can't. I showed you what an AI Darth Plagueis could sound like. I didn't want to go that route, so that's why we scrapped using the audiobook voice for Plagueis, and we got Nick to do the voice, and everyone seems to like the Plagueis voice. I got really no complaints on that, other than he sounds like Count Dooku. But, you know, some people actually love the Count Dooku-esque of his voice. Even kind of, you know, Dooku. Alright, let me go back up to... I love your Plagueis version and your animation. Thank you, Todd. You live in Federal Way 1. I did say... I do live in the area, but I don't want to dox myself. Hey, Everest. Love the Plagueis. Love the Plagueis, the Aries Hero Legends. Greetings. Can't wait for episode 2. I love the fact it was 2 hours. Wow, what a work. If it were presented like the comics, for example, use the original images but with AI rendering, I'd be more comfortable with that. I don't think I wouldn't even do that either. Actually, no. If it was photoshopped, or made in like Blender or something, well, that's hard. It's hard to say. Someone did. I've said before I don't like the prismatics, or was it Prisma? What if the sequels were good? Because it's all AI crap, and it's AI narration too. So I don't give a shit about those videos. I'm sure he wrote the story. I'm glad for him. Or maybe he used ChatGPT. Maybe he's not that too creative than that people think of. So are illegal what? So are illegal in Russian or not? What are you talking about? Illegal in Russian? Are we? Why illegal? It's fun. Are we in Russian or not? You live in an area. Nice. I live in a rectangle. All right. You're speaking like different languages here. First you say why are illegal in Russian, then you say you live in a rectangle. I don't even know how to. Are you going to the Horror Con, Washington and Puyallup? There's a Horror Con. Is there gonna be anyone there? Horror Con. Elvira's gonna be there, I think. I think I looked at this the other. Oh, there's Elvira. Let me see any good featured guests. Juliette Lewis. Oh, she's good. Jackie Earl Haley. Kane Hodder. Oh, hold up. Nick Castle, the original Michael Myers. Oh. Okay. All right. Michael Ironside from Total Recall. Okay. All right. I might have to look into this convention. Oh shit, Tony Todd. No. Jason Patrick. Oh my goodness, there's some nice names here. No Robert Englund though. The Night King's gonna be there. All right. Well, this caught me off guard. When's this at? When's this HorrorCon? October 25th to 27th. Oh, before Halloween. Okay. Well, I might go to this. I'm not up for HorrorCons, but there's some pretty interesting guests gonna be here. I definitely want to meet Kane Hodder, man. I love Jason. Nick Castle. No, not Kane Hodder. Nick Castle. Okay, that caught me off guard. I love Michael. I love Halloween. Oh, speak basic, guys. Love the film, man. You're putting Disney in the same. Thank you, Ocelot. Chevy says if Star Wars series wasn't, yo, man, we gotta be friends here. We gotta be friends. I'm just going at the, we gotta be nice here. I'm just coming at that. I'm just giving my constructive criticism on the work, and I've talked about it before on stream. There is no, I don't even know how to describe it without sounding mine is better than yours. Of course, someone could make a CGI Palpatine movie with Plagueis, and it would be so much better than mine with the audiobook voices. Speaking of the audiobook voices, I don't think a Plagueis movie would work if it was just the audiobook voices, because I was listening to more of it, and there's some characters that Daniel Davis does not sound distinct from, so it kind of confuses you. Also, Plagueis changes his voice when he gets his transpirator on. He sounds more light and stuff with the mask effects, and that kind of threw me off guard too. So I don't think an audiobook, if people would complain regardless of the voices. If he wasn't such a dolphins, don't compare him to such heinous things. We don't like dolphins here. Dolphins are like our shitty cousins, us orcas. Dude, the Plagueis movie was perfect. Thank you. I'm not trying to sound hard on myself. I'm just speaking as it is. I am aware, though, that I was aware they're trying to do a Plagueis thing with a deep fake Ian McDiarmid. But I don't think that's theory. I think that's his animator that was doing that. I don't know if that's gonna come. I don't know if that's going to change anything. I don't know. I don't want to worry about other people's work. I worry about my own. The Star Wars ended with Revenge of Sith, yet I liked Kenobi. The Plagueis was refreshing. I just wish to stick to your story and not having an acolyte. Any future plans? I was talking with some people. After Plagueis, I might do a Sherlock Holmes story. Sherlock Holmes is in the public domain, or there's some nice public domain things I might do. I don't want to always be restricted to Star Wars. I might even do a Jurassic Park thing. You never know. We're working on some more Star Wars what ifs, Star Wars related. I kind of want to do the Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan adventures from the EU. I was thinking about it, and there's a lot of potential there. The Xanatos and the and how Qui-Gon met Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan wasn't fit. Obi-Wan was kind of brash when he was younger. I like that a lot. It's Monte. Joba Patisa Tuya Wanawenga. Dina Meyer. Star Trek. Oh, she's from Star Trek Nemesis. Okay. Well, I might go to this Washington State Horror Con. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if I'll go. I want to try to go MegaCon. I know Mark Hamill was at the Fan Expo. Star Wars Sith went to go see him. He was at a convention. Could people believe it? Mark Hamill at a convention? No. You sound like Jar Jar Monty. Your Plagueis animated animation introduced me to your channel and gave me hope for the community. I love you're using Gmod. Reminds me of TF2 and Half-Life vids as a kid, but now true art for a dying IP. Oh, thank you, Jamma. Thank you, Jamma. I'm glad people liked it. All right. Well, let's get into the main course. Oh, any interest on doing a story where when Darth Maul got captured by Palpatine on Landlord and Darth Maul and Dooku fight side by side? Landlord, like Darth Maul couldn't get. You mean that like Darth Maul couldn't pay his rent or something? Uh, Landlord. Are you talking about Sons of Dathomir? Uh, Mandalore. Oh, I see. Mandalore. uh, no, that story's been done. There's this. We were gonna do it with Sonam, the voice of Maul. But it's been done by Audio Comics, and then it's being redone again by that Lego Sons of Dathomir thing. Lego Sons of Dathomir animation. You will pay your rent or you will die. You will pay your rent or you will die, boy. Oh, come on. The rule of two seems a bit misty in the dark side since the Phantom Menace. How was Dooku groomed? How was Grievous groomed? Or something to shed a light on. Dooku, that's kind of hard. I don't think I could get into that. Maybe someone else in the chat could. That's really hard. Dooku was more of an asset. He was never a Sith, whatever. He was more of an asset for the war. But the Dooku was the apprentice for a time, and then it was Anakin's turn. But it was always going to be Anakin. Dooku was just kind of an asset. Yeah, Grievous was kind of an asset for Dooku, more like it. All right, well, let's get into some. Let's get into discussion time. Yay, discussion time. Let's talk about the Mandalorian trailer without watching it. We're going to talk about the screenshots. We'll do Mandalorian first, and then I can't find any. I can't find any really like. I can't find any really. Oh man, they wiped it off the face of the earth, didn't they? Well, on Mandalorian with Grogu, without showing the footage, it looks just like the TV show, and it makes me even less excited to watch it. So we're gonna wait 2 years for an extended special of the Mandalorian show to go see in theaters instead of Disney Plus. How boring is that? To start now, let's talk about the real. Is Thrawn gonna be involved? Is Luke gonna be involved? Probably. Never know. They have to have a cameo somewhere. On to Skeleton Crew. I want to talk about the biggest issues I have with this trailer. I think the trailer looked good for the most part. It wasn't until... Here's one shot here. I'm just going to take screenshots. I don't really want to watch the trailer again. think the biggest issue was, and I feel like it's something that breaks a rule somewhere. Um, but here you go. Here is. It looks like San Fernando Valley. It literally looks like the neighborhood from E.T. And I think that breaks a few rules about Star Wars. Some rules. I don't know if these rules exist, but they're gonna be my rules. Yeah, this is there's Star Wars cars, not land speeders, Star Wars cars, actual Star Wars cars, and then there's, I don't know if he's mowing his lawn or walking his dog, but there's a Ithorian walking something in the sidewalk. I this is the only part of the trailer I hated, and I do think it breaks some rules. I call them my own Star Wars rules. You cannot. Reality shouldn't be. Our reality shouldn't be reflected in Star Wars. Um, I mean, like Palpatine was based off Nixon. You know, there's stuff. The prequel. You know, they try to say the prequels are based on the Bush administration. I don't believe that. It was all written before the Bush, whatever. Some people like to um, some people like to just insert politics. Palpatine though was Palpatine was based on, you know, just authoritarian governments and whatnot. But exempting that, how can it be a galaxy far, far away if it looks like the neighborhood from E.T.? It looks like the neighborhood, your local neighborhood, your local suburb. I think that betrays that's a rule breaking thing. This looks like Detroit or L.A. It looks like downtown L.A. I couldn't believe that whoever. This is not Star Wars. This the later trailer brought back the Star Wars ness, but the beginning of this, they're trying to emulate, you know, Stranger Things and whatnot. I understand that, but you break the Star Wars rule. Is that it can't it has to be a galaxy far, far away. You can't just reflect reality. You know, you can make a bus. You can make a bus into a land speeder, but this is always going to be a bus, a school bus. This is always going to be a suburb, a literal Star Wars suburb. It's a Star Wars suburb. It's a Star Wars neighborhood. I don't hate the trailer though. I like the trailer. On the contrary, it breaks it breaks some rules for me, and it kind of really just makes me not excited for it. Something else, Star Trek. Exactly. It would make more sense in Star Trek, the original Star Trek, that is, uh, the Next Generation. In fact, during the time of the Next Generation, like not much was changed other than, you know, vehicles and stuff. I might have to talk about the Next Generation sometime because I love that show. It's one. It's one of those shows I grew up with, and the same with Deep Space Nine and whatnot. Let me see. Got some more comments. The work on it's amazing, man. The voices for Tempest and Plagueis are perfect. Thank you. You can say he did the necessary loss on Maul and Dooku, I guess. The only thing I liked about Skeleton Crew Carrier was you could see the air was just like normal air. That's it, nothing else. Monty's like something else, Star Trek. Yes, I agree. Well, Animal, a one too powerful party ruling a planet or the universe is not that far from home. Well, that's true. This makes the Acolyte look like Deadpool and Wolverine. That scares me a little. Nah, don't compare. Don't compare the Acolyte to this. I can't. I won't accept that. I will not accept that. The Acolyte is a bastardization of Star Wars. And that's all I'm going to talk. I'm done talking about the Acolyte in detail. I'm moving on. Are you still planning? There was actually a really dumb. Before we get into the next comment, there's a real. I said, some guy said, in the comments, he was like, well, you see here, random commenter, if you think, Plagueis is in a cave, then you weren't paying attention to the context. You're not paying attention at all. Plagueis was here. It made perfect sense that he was involved. And I called him out saying, well, were you paying attention? It made no sense Plagueis was involved. They cherry-picked details like Bald Demnick and Cortosis to force the fact that there was a connection. And then he said, was I paying attention either? And were you paying attention? Hello, they mentioned Bald Demnick and Cortosis. He proved my point. Crit, you love the Acolyte, and that's okay. I just can't join you on that one. You need to move on. Are you still planning on using Gmod or other types of animation for the future? Also, I love not having too much mouth movement on the characters. I know on Gmod the mouth movement is hectic. I didn't make it in Gmod. I made it in Movie Duels, which is an older game than Gmod. I did use some stuff like Sojourn for Gmod, those scene builds. Don't let fantasy be held back, freaking haters. Whatever, where Plagueis is. Plagueis was seduced by the dark side watching Chimere take a bath. By the way, today I will go, if you're in the Discord, I will do a half an hour VC call. So we'll have a VC call on the stream today, or maybe an hour VC call. You never know. Try to get more people on a convo. I'll need to figure out how to set that up, stream wise. Hey, have fun. Good night. You have a YouTube beef burger. The Polynesian Spa. In 30 minutes we're going to talk about the giveaway, and then I might go into the VC. Smash that like. Yes, smash that like with your savers. That's pretty much my thoughts on they didn't announce Acolyte season 2, thank God. We know it's coming, it's just not coming this year. It remains to be seen if it's coming at all. I personally think the show's not continuing, but it's there we go. We got Daisy there to keep us warm. But it's what's coming is bleh. They didn't even talk about the Rey movie, which is even coming. Should we even care about the Rey movie? I don't think no one cares about the Rey movie except influencers and shills. People that have their mouth open all the time when they see every new Star Wars project. Oh my God! Do you know if Ahsoka season 2 and Acolyte ever are going to come out? Ahsoka is filming season 2 soon, so we know Ahsoka season 2 is coming. Acolyte, they haven't really given an official announcement. They would. You think they would have at D23, but they didn't. They only talked about the movies and the skeleton crew. I think Ahsoka's going to get filmed It's gonna get filmed next year unless they're gonna take a break and do the Mando movie in 2026. It's quite far away. Those eyes looking at my soul. But I'm gonna go and if y'all, I guess we could do a VC call. All right, I think I'm gonna do a VC call. If it gets too hectic, we'll but I'm gonna go into the voice channel here. Okay, I think I'm in. So, do you want a season 2 of Acolyte? No. Let it die. Let it be forgotten. Plagueis was, he went back to his home planet of Munilist. Chimere died of a disease and whatnot. No, it's the Acolyte season 2, please. No more Leslie Headland. Is there going to be a Plagueis episode 3? I can't tell you. That's too far away for me to give you a. That's way too far away for me to give you an answer. But well, I'm in VC right now in the Discord. So if you want to chat, to me personally, also I'm gonna go in the private. Let me see, is there a private room? I'm gonna go in Stream Studio. If you want to join the waiting room in VC, go to the general chat and voice chat in the Discord. And I will bring you in to talk with you briefly. Unless you're like Monty. Monty gets the free pass to always come into the VC. But I just started reading the Plagueis book, so I'm only on chapter 7. Okay. Speaking of Monty, he's here.
You called?
I did. I said you get the free stream pass.
Turn my volume down.
Let me see. Can I put your can I put your icon in
Oh.
Okay, let me see.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I'm trying to can I separate this so I can have a window so it knows who's talking? Okay, I got it.
Window.
So now we got a co-host here, Monty. Again, anyone can join the
For the princely sum of $29, you too can join the chat.
See, I'll change the Discord. Stream Studio, is that it? Okay. Okay, here we go. We are now here. Monty. Monty and Crit.
Hello, Crit.
So now I won't be the only one talking.
Can't think of anything to say.
We're gonna read these questions, I guess.
This isn't the Crit you're looking for.
Is Filoni to blame for Star Wars being bad as much as Kathleen and Leslie?
They're all to blame. Everybody's to blame.
Everyone. Bad management, bad creatives. I mean, Jon Favreau, I guess you could say Favreau and Filoni are the only ones that really have a direction in the show, but even then their direction is flawed. Ahsoka goes in a million paths. It's ugh. Oh, and then Mandalorian season 3. Can't defend that season. And I'm not even talking about the Acolyte. What are your thoughts on the Obi-Wan Kenobi show? I hate the Obi-Wan Kenobi show.
What?
I hate the Obi-Wan Kenobi show.
Lies.
What?
What are your thoughts on the Obi-Wan Kenobi show? I happen to enjoy it. I thought it was a rather interesting take on the character of Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think Ewan plays the character rather well.
Old Ben is here. Old Ben. How about that scene where Reva's trying to kill a little Luke and he's running around?
Yeah, that's nonsense. That's not acceptable. She needed to stop.
Well, she gets stabbed, or when she gets stabbed by Vader, and she seems to her wound seems to have healed up all the way
That's
to
the
Tatooine.
crazy thing in Star Wars is that sometimes people can get shot in the arm and they die. Other people get stabbed in the chest and they don't. It's bizarre. It's like there's no, middle ground. And of course, when Obi-Wan was killed, he just disappeared.
It's
like magic.
Or what about the part where Obi-Wan tries to get out of that Imperial base and all he has Leia under his coat? Most obvious.
Well, Leia was she was annoying. She needed a good slap. In my opinion.
Spanking. She needed a spanking.
That girl needed a good slap.
That came out wrong.
Yeah, maybe. Good job I didn't use the word spank. Moving on.
Now we know why Ben. Now we know why she needed Ben to come back to Alderaan all the time.
You must come with me to Alderaan. There you will learn the ways of the Jedi. That's wrong. I got that wrong.
I would have loved it if Reva had died by Vader's blade. Alright, is Darth Urbix? I'm assuming Darth Urbix is still in the chat, so let's get into the giveaway details. Let's see.
Did you ever hear the tragedy? Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
What was the tragedy?
I'm not entirely sure. He became too powerful, and then he popped.
So, Urbex, email me the details of what you want me to say, and then I'll provide the giveaway details. I'll also do it in a community post for whoever's not in the chat, and we'll announce a winner on whatever date you want to do that, Urbex, since it's your giveaway. I'm just pushing the giveaway. I'm the front man.
You're not giving away another mug, are you?
No, he's giving away. He's actually giving away more Plagueis figures. The very expensive and rare kind of figures. Yes, he gave me a Sidious and he gave me a Palpatine. That's the same. He gave me the Sidious and the Plagueis.
Yeah, it's got interchangeable clothing. It's like a Barbie doll.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. So fantastic.
You're made of plastic. Thank you very much.
So
took a lot of years of practice.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention to say it again. Monty, I posted in the general chat. The Thor Skywalker mentioned the Plagueis movie, and then there's another guy that just went on a rant using my video. He's like, he just went on an endless rant. I'm not even gonna give him.
Did you not like it?
I did like it, but I don't know. He kind of just was ranting and going, and I don't know. He was just losing his train of thought making that video. Maybe he should have rehearsed it. I don't know.
What, ranting about the video in a bad way or a good way?
He liked the video, but he was like, "Well, why doesn't Lucasfilm do this?" And then just same old.
Why are they bug-eyed?
Well, why does Crit Stream have Daisy Ridley staring at you?
Seductively looking out from the screen.
More Daisy
Now that's
Ridley.
a Jedi outfit I could wear.
More Daisy Ridley pictures. I didn't. You know what? Anakin's mother looks beautiful. I think this is her in the 80s. I didn't realize that. I didn't give that any thought.
You thought she was a dried up old hag, didn't you?
No, she looked pretty, but seeing her young, it kind of go, whoa.
Age is in the eye of the beholder.
I guess let's have a... No, do we want to
She looks very...
Oh, here we go.
Picture.
Here's my horrible... If you guys want deep faking, here's my horrible AI... Here's my AI...
Pierce Brosnan?
My AI Han Solo. This is from the revitalized movie we never finished, or series.
He seems to have lost his chin.
Yeah, his chin. He looks like he's old and he's young at the same time. And then here's
weird going. Uncanny.
Okay, shit. Is this the... This AI picture of Thrawn came out good. I think I showed this one before. This looks good.
That's supposed to be Brent Spiner.
Brent Spiner. Brent Spiner. As Thrawn. It could work. That could work.
I just love scanning for life.
He has so much range. That could work. He has a lot of range. He's very good at what we have here.
Ryan's in the chat.
Ryan. Oh, let me see. Ryan Golden. Oh, what's up, Ryan? It's Vader. It's the Vader man. Hello, Brandon Tran. Okay. Luke Legends is the most powerful Force user. I guess so.
I will be the most powerful Jedi ever.
Here we go. I'm trying to find like an image to put instead Daisy Ridley.
Yeah, nice.
I mean, she's good to look at. She's quite beautiful, but can't just have it just be Daisy Ridley. Let me see.
An action shot from Caravan of Courage.
A person, I don't want to diss on her, but she did this Plagueis poster, which I kind of based his like suit on. Actually, it's based on the Legends. I mean, this is good Photoshop. He looks. This is someone.
Darth Plague was at Hogwarts.
Yeah, Hogwarts. That's what that was my first thought. I guess we'll have this.
I love democracy.
I guess this is part 2 of this is kind of like part 2 of All right. Have you played? Hello. How's the stream going? It's going good. I would have loved to see a Force Unleashed live action. Give Sam Witwer what he deserves and pause on. I'm pausing a lot. Have you played Jedi Academy? Have I played? Have I played Jedi Academy? I have 1,000 hours on it. What got me into Star Wars was the original trilogy on VHS, prequels, Clone Wars, Rebels, Mandalorian, Rogue One, Bad Batch.
The best trilogy.
There's a lot. There was someone, Star Wars Sith. He was streaming like, "Yo, I got my dad This was he had the whole VHS collection of Star Wars, and it was the original CBS Fox tapes, and he was showing off the box set. He's like, "This is the set my father had, blah blah blah. You know, I bought on eBay. It gives me good memories." He takes out the tape from the VHS box. He shows it to the stream. He doesn't look at it himself, and it says Star Wars A New Hope Special Edition. And then he puts it back in the box. And everyone's saying, your tape, you got scammed. Your tape is the...
At least it wasn't like a porno or something.
Your tape is the special edition. And he's like, he doesn't look at the tape. He keeps looking at the box for like a couple more, like 10 minutes. He's like, I don't know what you guys are on about. What's the most overrated Star Wars movie in your opinion? Oof. Overrated.
Oh.
Oh man, that's overrated. We're talking about the Star Wars saga, right? 1 to 6. What's the overrated? People are gonna hate me. I'm probably gonna say A New Hope.
And I hate you.
I mean, A New Hope. A New Hope is like the prequels. It's kind of like the prequels. There's a lot of exposition. It has a really it has the best hero's journey. I mean, there's a lot of good moments in A New Hope, but it is kind of overrated. Nowadays,
Sacrilege.
I think sacrilege. I'm sorry. My dad. You know what my dad said? My dad said, I would never care for A New Hope if it wasn't for the X-Wings.
Yeah, pretty cool. I always thought Empire Strikes Back was the one I found the most boring. But then I was a child at the time, so it didn't appeal to me in the same way as it does.
Now that you're an adult, you see it's the best one. I see.
Oh, I think personally, my favorite is Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi with the Ewoks.
Yeah, be Chihuahua, you know.
I tried. I rewatched that. There's surprisingly a lot of Ewok in that movie.
Brilliant film. The special effects.
That was my favorite growing up too. That's my favorite.
When I was a child, I mean, you know, I'm a lot older than you. That was the special effects are amazing in that film. I mean, they aged a bit, but they're still pretty good.
When I was a kid, I felt the same way about Phantom Menace.
We won't talk about that.
I still like Phantom Menace. The movie even as a kid, the movie I didn't like was Attack of the Clones because it's so boring. And even as an adult, the movie I think is boring is Attack of the Clones.
I think they're okay. I just don't think they haven't aged very well.
Well, I think
George went too deep into the CGI, and if you watch them today, it's not great.
He did. Well, I think the Phantom Menace is the best looking, and it's the best shot of the prequels.
Yeah,
because he took so much time preparing it, and there was actually model work put into it.
That's why that one looks more like the originals than the other two.
Yeah,
in terms of the look and feel of it.
He decided to go, let's do digital cameras instead of 35 millimeter. And that's why the other two, shapes. Yeah. Funny. It was but yeah, overrated. I would probably say is A New Hope. I still rewatch it. It's a rewatchable movie. But it was the movie that brought Star Wars to mainstream. It's a classic. But it's kind of overrated nowadays.
Well, a lot of people, no one had seen a film like that then. You have to remember this.
Yeah.
All you young people are spoiled for films like that now.
I'm not that
back
young.
then they didn't exist.
I'm not that young, Monty. I'm half
your age. But those films didn't exist. You had things like The Black Hole and You know,
Oh,
I mean, all the
Black
Buck
Hole.
Rogers and the
That
Battlestar
movie.
Galactica came after that.
We're talking about boring movies. My dad bought that on
Not just
DVD.
crappy.
You,
Well, not boring. But
that one,
just
the Black Hole.
yeah.
I
Well, I
mean,
mean,
the music was good, but I was so bored with that one. This is me as a kid. I like it. I rewatched it. I thought it was okay as an adult, but my dad bought it on DVD as a kid from Blockbuster, and he's like, because Blockbuster was going out of business around that time. It's like the Black
good
Hole.
films.
Black Hole.
I mean, they're of their time, but you know, 2001. I mean, that's a good film. It's just totally not the same kind of film. Star Wars brought action to space in a way that was not really done before.
We have the Monty. You can also join in this this giveaway too.
Did you ever hear of the giveaway?
So the giveaway by Darth Urbex. Today we're doing the Plagueis giveaway, and this will be decided. This will be decided. So everyone gather around as we talk about the Plagueis giveaway. And again, if y'all want to ask us a question, you gotta go in the general chat in the VC, and then I have to move you to the Stream Studio. So here is the Plagueis figure, Black Series, another one for anyone who wants it. And really, all you have to do is you're going to follow. You're gonna follow Darth Urbex's Instagram. You have to have an Instagram account. You have to comment your favorite Sith and why he's your favorite. And at the end of the month, we will announce a winner. So, repeat. Comment your favorite Sith and why he's your favorite. Winner will be announced at the end of the month. And it will be decided by me and him. We will. So, remember. You need an Instagram. I will also post this in the community post so more people can. That is the rules of the Plagueis giveaway. The Black Series. And I might also do a separate giveaway. I might give away a copy of. How much is it? Fuck it. I might just do a giveaway. Like a. Hold up here. $100 for Star Wars Outlaws? No. No. That ain't real. I can't. I thought that was a joke. I thought that was if you got the whole package or no. That Star Wars Outlaws. Okay, it's not on Steam. No. That can't be right. No. Okay. $70. EVOS store you could just play this for $17 on Ubisoft Plus. Discover editions. All right, we need to investigate. This is the first. $129 for the Ultimate Edition of Star Wars. Okay. But you can play it for $17 a month in Ubisoft Plus. Okay. All right. There will not be a Star Wars Outlaws giveaway. I was thinking about it. How about this? We'll give away a copy of like Jedi Survivor or something for like PC. Everyone likes Jedi Survivor, right? Well, you have to have a powerful PC. Yeah, we'll figure that out maybe next month. Next month's giveaway. Uh, $129. I'm going to base off the first six. But that's the giveaway. That's the giveaway. What do you call it? The details of the giveaway. Um, Anything else that we will discuss? What up, Plagueis? Looking sick. What up, Everest? What up, Star Wars Marvel Purist? Yeah, Marvel Purist. If you want to join the giveaway, there is you have to follow the Instagram, and there will be a Black Series figure. It's hosted by Darth Urbex. He has tons of these figures. So yeah, just follow the rules. Follow him on Instagram. Comment your favorite system. Why he's your favorite. Winner will be announced at the end of the month, and I will do it on stream. And I'll also do it in the community post. So
Dressed as Princess Leia in a chainmail bikini.
I actually does one of those figures even exist? Let me see. Black Series.
I'm sure they do.
Premium format. There's a Black Series Return to this. If anyone has a Black Series Return of the Jedi Slave Leia, send it my way. Oh, I'm sorry. Hut Slayer Leia. Now that they're afraid to say slave nowadays. Disney.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a Disney thing.
Yes, because if you don't say it, doesn't exist.
No Disney Black Series.
It has no power over you.
This was no, this Black Series, I think it's a rare one, but this was like a couple years ago, not based on accolades, based on the EU. But although LOL, I have that Leia. You have that Leia this whole time, Urbex? You have the Slay Leia Black Series? Hut Slayer, I mean, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a Disney employee. I'm a Disney shill. Shill alert, shill alert. I'm a shill. I'm I'm gonna eat your slop tonight. I'm gonna eat your Disney slop. AI. Disney, 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 a slop. You know, I'm looking for this. Man, talk about missed opportunities. Does anyone else think that Force Awakens Luke kind of looks badass? Can you just imagine him with his lightsaber and those golden robes? Man, what a missed opportunity. I'm just looking at that Hot Toys and like, can you just imagine that guy just being badass? But then they made him a loser. Ugh, that makes me angry. I also want to announce that I don't know if I'll do The Force Awakens revitalized. There is a voice actress. I'm sorry if she's listening, Christine. Yeah, tell her that I'm canceling that. That's the second project she auditioned for, and it gets canceled. So that's kind of. No, I'm gonna finish it. You know what? I'm gonna finish The Force Awakens revitalized. The thing is, I won't change much about The Force Awakens. Maybe make Ray less ditzy and give Phasma some roles. There's not much to change from that movie. I would have Mara Jade have a bigger role in that. It's just, everything else that comes after that's insulting, but we've already done that, Monty, as far as we know. I think I'm done with those revitalized
You done?
movies. I am done. I'm done with those two. I'm not, there's going to be no re edits, no. I would trim
You'll be
them.
done.
Yeah.
Special edition.
I can't, uh, one thing I would change now that we
In
have
a
a
while, yeah.
voice of Plagueis, I would change the revitalized voice from Plagueis to the one we have now. That's the only change I would do. But, it's not supposed to be related to the Plagueis book. It's supposed to be its own Plagueis. Plagueis. We can't connect Revitalized to the Plagueis book. Because I didn't read the book back then, so it was just kind of based on my own pizzazz. Nice urban
Pizzazz.
pizzazz. Ooh,
That's it, Cred. You've got pizzazz.
pizzazz. Oh yeah, if someone's in the chat inviting me to a random Discord, I'm not gonna join it. Just so you know. I'm just looking through here. So we talked about Skeleton Crew. We talked about Mando and Grogu. We talked about the giveaway. There is the Acolyte Revitalized, which we'll talk about sometime soon. I'm not focused on it as now because I'm focused more on Plagueis Episode 2. I was doing an Acolyte fix, my version of the Acolyte. We were working on that. We're also doing a Darth Bane video. Just waiting on the voice actors for that. But that should be. I'm also waiting for the maps for that too, because some people are doing maps based on the KOTOR areas from what's it called? The island, the KOTOR planet where Darth Bane fought that Twi'lek Beastmaster. I forgot the map. I forgot the area, but you go to it on KOTOR.
Can't remember.
I can't remember, but
It's been a
yeah,
long time.
just waiting for the maps for that part. But Lehon. Okay, hello, got it right. Yeah, that's it. That's the planet, Lehon. Yeah, that's what we're doing the video on. But that will take a while. So um yeah, there's a map being made for it. I also forgot to say that no, I mentioned it. The Plagueis is on a new render, so it's more like 4K now. It's more PS3 than PS2. But I don't think it'll change anything's people's thoughts on it. There's no talking. There's no mouth moving. No mouth. No mouth moving. Let me see. Let's see. Okay. Well, Monty,
Yes.
would there ever be a gaming stream you'd like to see that, like, Among Us or something? Were you on Among Us before? I forgot.
Oh, I've recently been playing the Bounty Hunter, the Boba Fett one.
The
Not
Boba
Boba
Fett
Fett,
one.
Django.
Have you
Django one.
Have you played Ghostbusters: The Spirit Unleashed?
Is that the VR one?
No, you can play it with a desktop.
We have to want to use a ghost, is that right?
You can be a ghost, or you can be a Ghostbuster.
Yeah, I've not played that. I was
Not
playing
played
the other Ghostbusters game recently, the remastered one that came out on like the PlayStation 3, did it? Or 4? Can't remember. 3
The
with
Ghostbusters
all the
game.
original
That's
actors.
a Okay. Okay, so a new stipulation. A new stipulation to the Plagueis giveaway. If anyone can draw Darth Urbex, me, LOL, you can both win the Darth Plagueis and Darth Tenebris figure. He has a Tenebris figure now.
Ooh. The game's afoot.
The game is afoot. So if you show your skills, you get a Tenebris figure.
Who has a hand puppet?
Separate Plagueis. So technically, two Plagueis figures will be given away, but one comes with Tenebris. So yes. So there's two giveaways now. One will be responding to the comments of the Instagram post. Comment your favorite Sith and why he's your favorite. And then the other one is if you can draw Darth Urbex with him. If you can draw a really good picture of him. And also, I guess you'll prove this. You can't use AI art or you're disqualified. So it has to be hand drawn. It has to be hand
Original.
drawn. Yes, and no AI. Yeah, we don't like cheaters here. No.
We don't like their kind.
So you can't just train. You can't just try to find like his face pics, train him on a model, and then like run it through an anime filter, and then say, "Hey, here's my drawing." Yeah. Here's my drawing, man.
Here's one I did earlier.
Yeah. Yep. We look down upon AI here.
AI will be the destructor of humanity.
I liked the Dark Plagueis film, but a big drawback for me was that none of the characters' mouths were moving, which was odd. Is that something you'll have to fix in episode 2? Honestly, the characters moving. I try to add characters' mouths moving, but it won't work. That means it would have to be animated by hand. And I don't think it would work that way. I did try to use AI like lip sync. I'm not against fully AI as a tool, but it just doesn't detect. The biggest drawback for the AI is that it cannot detect Plagueis' mouth, and Plagueis talks the most. So there's no point in doing an AI lip sync if it can't. If your main character can't open his goddamn mouth. If Palpatine talked and then Plagueis didn't talk, that would give the impression that he's a telepathic. I see. You see, someone put it best. Just imagine it like action figures.
Yes, a stylized presentation of the original product.
It's stylized, yeah. Well, this has never been visualized. Just see it as a visualization. I mean, the theory Dark Empire had no. This is not a good example. The theory Dark Empire had no lips moving, but then when Wedge spoke, he had like AI lip sync, and he's like, "Way to go, Lando!" That's not a good example. Uh, it's supposed to be like a visual novel, I guess, or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's stylized. Everest, there are Sons of Dathomir prints with Legends banner. Is it true? Doesn't Wook have SOD Legends papers? I think Sons of Dathomir is Legends. It's kind of like both canon and Legends at the same time. It's Yeah, it's in a bad place. For some reason the EU is still alive, and because Old Republic is the last thing EU that's still going on and being updated. Um, and a lot of people don't realize that the Old Republic is the last EU material that's still being worked on, or so to speak, like TCW. Are you going to continue your Darth Disciple adaptation, or is that terminated? I'm going to restart it with the same voice cast. Some roles will be recast, but some characters will be the same voice lines. Here, I'll show you a preview. So someone's working on a Clone Wars machinima thing, or he's working on something that's like what I do. That's based on. I wonder if I could. I'm just waiting for this to be released so I could do it, and I kind of want to do a Darth Disciple movie. Because a lot of people complain that they can't understand what's going on if they haven't read the book. Okay, here we go. HD. I found it. All right, here we go. I found it. So here is what's going on with Darth Disciple. So Darth Disciple might as well be the next project that's going to come out after Plagueis. I don't have the materials for it yet, but here is what one of the models looks like. Pretty good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get. We're pretty much going to.
Dooku.
Yeah, we're pretty much getting some cool ass shit from this. I'd like to see. Hold on, I'm going through here. I don't know when this is going to be released, but this is made by one guy. So if y'all think I'm overworked, this guy is doing. He's recreating maps and areas from the Clone Wars, and then he also said he's going to do. He also said he's going to do the season 7 locations from the book. So he's going to do this as a mod, and I'm going to use the materials he releases as kind of the assets for the Darth Disciple thing. So that will be probably after Plagueis. So it'll be animated, or will I finish the audio drama? I'll try to. I'm just focused on Plagueis right now. It's kind of becoming my main focus. Not much I can do about that.
Do or do not. Crit, there is no try.
When Caecina? What's Caecina? Caecina. Oh, Darth Maul's mother?
Mother.
Darth Maul's mother. No, she will appear. She'll appear. She'll be played by Sharon Grunwald. Good old Sharon Grunwald. Or I shouldn't say that. She hasn't said yes yet, but I told her that I made that role for her. So I shouldn't be saying. Shouldn't say, "Oh well, this guy's gonna be played." It's like that's like one guy we knew. He would go, "Well, I'm gonna cast this person as my Dooku voice actor, and I'm going to message him on Insta and everything. And even though he never contacted me or said yes, I will get a hold of him some way, somehow." But how would that reconcile with SOD? Who is the other YouTuber that's doing the Darth Disciple adaptation? If you remember the name, I don't think. I don't think anyone. I don't think anyone's doing a Darth Disciple adaptation. Let me see. I think we're the only ones that ever did a Darth Disciple adaptation. The thing with Darth Disciple is that subject was dead till they brought back Ventress for some god reason in Bad Batch, and then the discussions of why she was the discussions of let's see, I'm trying to go through it. Yeah, I don't see any Darth Disciple animation. It doesn't exist. But maybe Maul will have two mothers. I don't get that. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Maul. Well, that would go in line with the acolyte, huh? The power one, the power two,
Quick,
the
we talked
power
about
of
this.
many.
Your opinion is acceptable because everyone has their opinion, but not everybody likes it. You just got to get over it.
He said, "I'm just responding to the comments. It's like maybe Maul will have two mothers."
I just think we need to move on now.
Oh my god!
You're probably one of 10 people that liked it. Okay, just move on.
SOD retcons Maul's mother to be Talzin, not Kaizina. You never know. You might have to. Okay. SOD. Stuck on Deke. Did I say that? No acolyte reference, please.
Stop it.
I am a menace to society.
Only the master of evil.
Yeah.
You can't win, Acolyte. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
Another question someone said is, why am I adding Shimi Skywalker to Plagueis? That was a comment. I am adding Shimi because she kind of connects to the Plagueis. It kind of connects to the story. Anakin kind of connects to Plagueis in a way. So. Plus, I don't think anyone's ever done her backstory. I mean, I'm just going off what whatever references the legends is. I'm not making my own. Kind of just filling in, connecting the dots. But it's kind of just the fan side of me adding stuff. I am changing some stuff. All right, compared to episode 1 of Plagueis, I'm changing a lot of dialogue in episode 2. Like Plagueis or Palpatine goes to Dathomir, and apparently there's a city there called Blue Desert City, and it's like the most generic city city name I've ever heard. So I'm just going to call it Blue. Like in French, it's called Blue, the desert city, and it's like a colony. So I'm rewriting that. Lucino should have thought that Blue Desert City. I such a horrible name for a city. I'm also rewriting. Like I said, I'm just rewriting minor things, cutting down exposition and
Streamlining.
Streamlining. Yeah, that's it. I'm not. A lot of Plagueis' stuff is untouched. He says the same shit.
You're keeping the rest of it for the special edition, the 12-hour.
The 12-hour version. The 12-hour version. You'd be shocked to know most of episode 1 is I just cut out 2 chapters, so that's why it was only 2 hours, because I cut out 2 chapters. Probably would have been 2 hours and 40 minutes if I kept those chapters in, or 20 minutes, you know. Those chapters where he kills that priest, and then he kills that guy that's like in a psych ward. I don't know. I thought that kind of detracted from the whole Plagueis story. Is that the gas planet the Bad Batch went on? Yes. You will hear people confused about Caecina in the comments because of TCW. I don't think people have read Sons of Dathomir either, though. These are like the normies. A lot of the casuals haven't read Plagueis, so the Plagueis movie is the first. Be prepared for Filoni to retcon even more of DD. I don't care. Filoni is a hack.
What? Heresy.
He is a hack.
Seize him.
Yeah. Thrawn. Yeah, the same man who made Thrawn. Thrawn decided only after they went under the ship to fire the bombs under it instead of before they even. Oh man, what they did to Thrawn, I can't. Filoni is serious. Serious, why don't you get in here? Come join the VC. Are you even in the Discord? I know you're in the. I don't think you're in here. Here, I'll invite you. I want to get the old man in here. Or serious. I shouldn't call him old man, but get the take it as a friendly compliment. Oh, he's at work. Oh, he's at work.
What?
There's a Blizzard theory of that kind. I'm not even going to read that comment, Steve Punch. Why not remove Dathomir for Idronian? We want to ignore TCW. I don't know. I'm just sticking to the story. I could change it to Coruscant. There's a Night Sister, but there would be no. It would make no sense why a Night Sister's on fucking Coruscant peddling. It'd make no sense.
Does it ever?
Yeah, I don't want to change much of Lucino's writing, but I had to change Blue Desert City. It's such a generic. It's the most generic city name I've ever heard. Blue Desert City. I love James Lucino, but why would he call a city Blue Desert City? That's like saying yellow ocean or blue or green or red ocean or ocean city. Red ocean. Red ocean.
Man, a few words.
The original Zabrak homeworld, I mean, Blue Desert is lore reference. There's Blue Desert people. That's a reference to the courtship of Princess Leia. But you can't just have something called Blue Desert City. Blue Desert. How just call it Blue? It's called Blue. It's a very generic name. I'm sorry.
There you
go. Yeah, Blue. Yeah, it's the city of Blue. Why not? There, it's just the way I changed it. You know, here I'm not even going to get into arguing about it. But
well, it's a city in the desert, so we called it City in the Desert.
City in the Desert. Let me see. I totally lost my train of thought.
Come back.
So, if anyone wants to get both the Plagueis and Tenebris, they have to draw Darth Urbix and tag him in the photo, obviously, so he can see it. And yes, so 2 Plagueis figures will be available for free. It's a giveaway. It's a nice thing by Darth Urbix, and he's also and I'm also happy to help him give it away. So I'm posting these details in the community tab as well. There would be a community post about it. The Star Spangled Man. So I think I'm going to wrap up our coffee stream. I think my coffee's all gone. Do you have a
Coffee's
Star Wars? Do
cold.
I have a Star Wars Black Series collection? No, I don't have a lot. I don't even have a lot of figures. I don't have a lot of figures. Hey man, how you like your Plagueis and Papa paper plane? It's good. I left them in the box in the same wrapping, and I just put them back in the box, and then I put it in the closet. So yeah, I wrapped it wrapped it up. I have nowhere to put them right now, so I'm waiting. It's gonna be a couple months till I can get my own pad. So when I get
Ooh.
my old pad, I'll have a shelf for them to go on. So right now they're just in
Everyone's
store.
invited.
They're all in storage. They're all in storage, along with my Luke Mandalorian poster and
Your Princess Leia mannequin.
yep. Plagueis is the closest. Still like the Acolyte version. He looks accurate. I mean, just why is he gooning off in a cave 100 years before the Menace? He's just look at my
I have to be
apprentice.
here.
Oh, look at the apprentice app.
My cave.
Does he do financial? Is he still a banker? Does he do like transactions in this cave? I hear Lucino had Dathomir scenes in fast last minute as he heard about Maul's return from Lucasfilm.
59
that's
Shades
cool.
of the Dark Side. Yeah, Star Wars should never go down that road, ever. You don't need to see any of that. There's too many topless people running around. It always seems strange when they do that in any of the Star Wars stuff where they have like I mean, the most you ever got was a kiss. But, I mean, they did Let's Go to Bed scene in, what do you call it? Can't remember it now.
Let me see.
Andor.
Andor. I would see if Andor was in the EU, people would praise it so much. They would praise it the high heaven. But because it's Disney, it gets the benefit of the doubt, and then people, it's boring. Someone pointed this out in Thor Skywalker's comments. He says, a lot of people would be turned off by the Plagueis thing because there's a lot of downtime, but he says the downtime and the into the mysticism of the Force and Jedi, that's what Disney Star Wars is missing. And there's a tapestry in the Plagueis movie. I would say there's a tapestry in the book that it kind of it's a poem, it rhymes.
But sometimes stuff like that is best not said, isn't it? It's less is more in many cases.
Yes, less and more.
The mystic side of things.
The mystic
Unless you want to
side of
explain
things.
absolutely everything how it works, and it loses its charm.
It's well, it's like there isn't even much Sith discussion in the Plagueis novel, in the Plagueis movie until there's the first scene, and then pretty much it's Plagueis's routine. There's a seated crew that discusses Plagueis and why the threat. There's It was a really good insight into the Plagueis movie and Andor for the downtime or whatever. And
Yeah.
I
Well, that's just
didn't
down to
know.
pacing, isn't it? I mean, that's just
That's
how they
down to
write it
pacing.
and how they pace it. I mean,
Uh,
that could be, things happen in the Star
yeah,
Wars world which are boring. It's
there's
whether or not you want to see them
there's
or
two
not.
chapters cut out. Well, I cut out 2 chapters from Plagueis episode 1. There's 2 chapters where Plagueis goes on a quest to find Venemis's apprentice or acolytes or whatever, and
Yeah.
he plans to murder them. And surprisingly, it's kind of filler compared to the whole book. I mean, there's a cool moment where he meets a priest and she like depicts his fate. I might do this as like a side video, but it really, like, you would think it would go straight to the Naboo stuff, which it does eventually, but
Yeah.
these kind of chapters go on, and I cut those out for good meaning.
I
People
guess
some there's
that's
like
more
a lot of
to
people
do
don't
with it
even
being a
realize.
novelization.
Yeah, a lot of people don't even realize it's and then episode 2, there's some action, but it's mainly more politics. But you get to discover characters. You meet Dooku and Qui-Gon
Yeah.
as younger. You meet you find out how Palpatine obtains Maul as a baby. Um, you find out about the Kaminoans and then Sifo Dyas. It kind of builds up to the third episode. I wouldn't say there is no action. There is a big climax at the end with the whole canted circle. That's the title of the episode 2, and then
Yeah.
episode 3 is basically the Phantom Menace with Plagueis in it, because it's really about the Phantom. It's really the plot of the Phantom Menace, plus the plot with Plagueis doing all this stuff in the background, which is really interesting. Um, but yeah, you need to pace it. You need to pace it really well and cut out some stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you can always change things around as well. I mean, they do that all the time in movies from adaptations from books, because books don't
Yeah.
always work directly. If you can't
Yeah.
directly
If
take
I
that
if
and
I
put
did
it
this
into a movie, it wouldn't
directly,
work.
yeah, a lot of the Plagueis' monologues in episode 1 is cut down to a point where, it's feasible. If you actually watch if you read the book, there's so much detail, but it's so sophisticated that it does go on a little bit too much. I mean, the part where he's talking about his past, I think I cut down to like maybe 2 paragraphs, where it was like 5 or 6 paragraphs in the novel. It went on too long,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of detail that I like. Lucino as the author, I do. I love him. He's the best. I think this is the Bible of Star Wars literature, besides Heir of the Empire. But I do think that if you're doing an adaptation, you gotta cut corners, and you have to make it feasible for people. They're still always going to be talking in Plagueis. It's all about plotting. It's
Yeah.
plotting the movie.
Sometimes things aren't necessarily they don't adapt well. They could be really good in the form of a novel or an audio drama or something like that, but they might not transition well to the screen unless you change them in a way, and then you get people complaining, "Well, this didn't happen prop. Why is this happening now? And why is that person different?" But that
uh,
happens all the time.
Hello says, isn't the planet in Acolyte Bald Demnik? Why they called it Unknown Planet? It's Bald Demnik. Obviously, it's Bald Demnik because it's a coastal city, and they show cortosis mining in the walls, or they show cortosis on the walls. It's obviously Bald Demnik, and Leslie confirmed it. Leslie Headland trying. I think she's trying to steal the story from James Lucino, or the Plagueis story from Lucas. So she's trying to make it her. I hate that about narcissists. They try to make it their own. They try to make it their own when they have the reins on something. It's like, well, I
Mm.
did this before they did. I did this. She is a narcissist. I mean, she's a narcissist. I mean, her wife plays the White Jedi, the Green Jedi, the worst character in the show, acting wise. So it's like she cast her wife and stuff. But back to subject. I'm making the community post. Okay, follow the Instagram account.
Do you have time to hear about our Lord and Savior Darth Plagueis?
Darth Plagueis.
Everything must be usurped.
Let me see. What was the rules here? Trying to find the rules here.
Don't get them wet. Don't feed them after midnight. And don't expose them to sunlight.
All right, there you go. Let's see. All right, I'm close to finishing the video. The Darth Tinnitus combo. The combo meal.
So you win the competition. You get a picture of the figure that you're displaying behind this current picture. Signed picture.
What? I wasn't paying attention.
It's also on Endor. If you look at the picture with the actual figure in it, it's clearly on Endor. You can see from the shrubbery.
All right. I'm
Sun's
posting it now. Boing.
Draw your pictures.
All right. Let me show a picture of so here's also the Tenebris figure. That will come with it's a custom. It will come with the Plagueis figure that you will receive. That's also part of the that is also part of the giveaway. Again, you must draw Darth Urbex. This is the drawing competition, so Leslie is running Star Wars. Leslie is not. I don't want to see Plagueis and Palpatine. I know. I just don't want to see that. The problem I hear a lot from people about Andor is he just wasn't that great of a character, and they introduced him and killed him in one movie. Watch the show before the movie, Rogue One. I like the show so much, and I think people, it's becoming kind of a cult show amongst older people.
It's
Someone
definitely a
pointed
slow
that.
burner.
it's kind of the younger crowd that obviously eats all that Filoni slop. They think it's boring, or the people that just hate anything Disney Star Wars. They call it boring too. Um,
Yeah.
that's kind of unfair to call it boring. Because it is technically three movies. The episodes are like, if you combine them together, they make a movie. It's kind of unfair to like attack it, call it like Andor and some stuff.
Mm.
It's if it wasn't EU, I just feel if it had the EU branding on it, Andor, people wouldn't say shit, jack shit. I think it's the closest you're going to get to a EU production. The thing that makes Andor stand out, Arrest, is it's not a corporate product. The Acolyte corporate product by Leslie Headlamp, um, the Mandalorian corporate garbage, goes on and on. Just corporate, just made for studio, mandates and all that. Andor
Yeah.
is made by Tony Gilroy, who's a very good director and writer, and he also he rewrote some stuff of he rewrote a lot of Rogue One, and I feel like that's his vision. I mean, he doesn't care for Star Wars, but he cares for the writing side of things. He cares for quality, and
Mm.
that's the type of person I think that should run. I wouldn't necessarily run a studio or a show, but be given the reins to someone who's giving a
Yeah, they care
quality
about what they're
product.
actually doing.
They care about what they're actually doing,
Why
and
not
they don't
understand
care
the?
they don't care. They're
Yeah.
trying to tell a story. They're not trying to pull at you like, oh, Plagueis, oh, pull your nipples, oh, it's like a cameo,
Mm.
like, oh, High Republic, oh, it's like the
Lightsabers.
he's trying to
Yeah.
tell a story using Star Wars characters. That's what the U people did. Lucas, they were canon to a lesser degree, and that's they're all their own stories and stuff,
Mm.
and sometimes they were bizarre, and then sometimes they were serious, and like
Some were good
Plagueis,
and some were bad.
some were bad, yeah. And that's what Andor, I feel like, represents the most. It's just, I think Lucasfilm has lost its way, and but I will never
Well, he made a
criticize.
series, didn't he? He made a show, and he wasn't interested in subverting or usurping other aspects of the product to suit whatever narrative that was going ahead
No,
at the
it
time.
was his story. It was like someone said, Kathleen Kennedy said he wanted to do more Andor, and a lot of people like Rogue One, and and Kathleen Kennedy said, "Go ahead, do it."
Mm.
And he actually gave a no I feel like there was no studio interference in that show, because no one said anything about them saying shit. No one said about them, cut the pacing, make it exciting. It's it felt very real as a Star Wars show, and I give it props to that. I mean, the first episode where he kills those two guys, that was shocking. It's like, whoa, actual storytelling and not contrived bullshit.
Mm.
Yeah. Uh, it's 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 not slop. It's quality, and I'm glad it's getting the cult show it deserves. I mean, there was one guy I knew who I'm not friends with, and he was complaining, "Where's the X-wing fighters in this show?" I was like, ugh. It's like people, I just can't,
Well, there's a
deal with
Y
some of
wing
these
in it.
people. There's a Y-wing.
Yeah, it's on the ground. It doesn't fly. It's there. If you, that's the closest you're gonna get. It's in the junkyard or the
The
shipyard.
the corporate sector parts were boring. It doesn't matter if you think it's boring or not. That's the storytelling aspect of it. It's trying to tell you the story of the other side of those people, the corporate people.
Mm.
That's the.
It's boring in a way because there's
It's
no
boring its
massive
way.
battles
It's
going on,
boring
and
in the
it's not.
same way. It's boring in the same way that I mean, in the book Plagueis, I cut a lot of it out, but Plagueis goes on about purchases and buying, and it's boring in that way.
It's
kind of
interesting
way.
though, in a
It's
way
like
that
a
it shows
novel.
parts of the Star Wars universe that you don't see because you're not interested. It's not high drama. It's not like people at the top of the government or the army or the Jedi or whoever it is. It's the little people living their lives, and sometimes that can be boring. And it's again how you show that really is the key.
It's not.
You could have a show about Yoda set on Dagobah, and he literally sits in his hut cooking. That could be boring.
You could be reading the daily. You could be reading. Yoda could be reading the Star Wars equivalent to Reader's Digest. What's good today?
You could have a whole episode of the next series where it's just about the guy who's responsible for the trash compactor. That would be boring.
How about episode where the Emperor has Vader pay his taxes?
Yeah. Bureaucracy of the Empire. Vader going to the tax office to pay his bills or something. It takes 6 hours and he kills 5 people.
Lord Vader, are you single or are you married?
You have failed to pay your taxes, Lord Vader. You shall go to the administration and pay your license fees.
They cut it down from 5 seasons. That's studio interference. No. Well, that was an idea. But it was always going to be 2 seasons. It was not 5. That's not studio interference. It just turned out to be that way. Hell, you shouldn't be complaining. You got plenty of episodes of Andor compared to The Acolyte, which is basically a movie length, like I guess 4-hour movie cut down to I don't know. The runtimes of the shows boggles my mind. I hate that bit. Okay. Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up today. I'm gonna
set your piece.
I'm gonna I had said my piece. Go walk to the store, get some soda or something, and some.
You must go to the store.
Where did you get that Tenebris? Well, it's a custom made by Darth Urbex, and you can get this too if you're able to draw a really good drawing. Again, go to the community post, everyone.
You too could be the proud owner of this object.
You could be the proud owner of Tenebris.
Tenebris. Claim yours today.
You must follow
what do people draw?
You must you must follow the rules. Here, I will also I'll add the link here. I'm gonna add a real direct link to the okay, there we go. I edited it. But yeah. And remember, this Plagueis figure is worth around $150, $400 on eBay. So this is a rare. These are rare, and you could get 2 of them, maybe 3 with even a custom Tenebris. But these are all free figures for you to have, and but the giveaway details are there. Can I draw anything? Yes, you gotta draw Darth Urbex, and you gotta tag him. You gotta tag him on Instagram. The details are in the community post, everyone.
Look to the Instagram.
I don't agree with EU Lucasfilm always hit. No, I don't agree with that. I was never a fan of the Yuzong Vong. Those are basically a ripoff of the Borg, but Star Wars. The Yuzong Vong. Those there are some bad EU stories. Come on, don't. It's not. There isn't a golden pot there.
Didn't they drop a moon on Chewbacca?
Yes, they dropped the moon to Chewbacca.
I mean, that's impressive. That would have been boring, would it?
It was pretty epic, but The storytelling is boring, but just like how you made stuff better from the book, they had a choice. Okay. Han was hurt. Lamo. Come on, you can't don't defend that. Or I mean, it's epic. I'm not saying it's not, but it's kind of like so far fetched. Like drop an asteroid on Monty, and it's like the most epic death. Yeah, or no, or Monty goes to Yellowstone Park when it's about to
And then
explode.
the volcano erupts. That's an epic send off. I could be put into orbit.
Chewbacca.
Chewbacca was destroyed by a moon.
Got blown up by the. Anakin Solo had potential for sure. Yeah, he did. There was some good stuff with the Jaina and Darth Caedus stuff. There's some potential there.
It's certainly an epic end send off.
It is an epic send off.
But then what's his face got vaporized by his own laser, didn't he? Krennic,
yeah. That was good. Well, I like the irony in that. Destroy. Hey, you know what? You know what? Tarkin and Krennic were both destroyed by the Death Star. Krennic was blown up, and then actually they were both blown up. It's kind of ironic.
Charming to the last.
Those two were bickering over the damn space station. They didn't realize they would kill them both. Krennic's gonna be in season 2 of Andor. I'm interested to see more. I would have liked to see more backstory on Krennic. He had the weirdest cameo ever. He was in Bad Batch. Was it season 2? And it was the same actor, Ben Mendelsohn, but he only had one line. So, and he only had it was like a short cameo. It was the weirdest. Yeah, it was the weirdest like cameo I've seen from the animated Lucas stuff. Did he record it on a phone? That one line? It's like how did they get him back just to record one goddamn line? That's short. It was like he said, "Okay, talking" or something like that. I'm tired of the cameos. The Plagueis cameo was egregious, I think. Plagueis cameo, the Yoda cameo, cameos. Thrawn cameo. Well, Thrawn had a role in the show. Vader cameo. Let's get the cameos, everyone. All right, again, we're gonna wrap it up. Kind of just pushing it. So I want to thank everyone. Reality Stoner, CJ with the lunch track. Hello. They should have done a Hugo Damas cameo instead of Plagueis. That ain't happening. Is this real? Darth Urbex isn't a Star Wars character anyway. It's him.
No, yeah, he's confused.
No, it's him.
He thinks
he's look at his Instagram. Just look at Reality Stoner. Go to his Instagram. You see him. You see his face. Go there and think of him as the Sith Lord, and then just draw him like a Sith Lord. His face is on his Instagram. That's actually him. He's a real person. He sent me a Plagueis figure. He sent me a Sidious figure too. He's not real. There's nothing fake. He's totally legit. He also sent me an alien magnet. Although I don't know if he sent me a Chimera. I think he hid a Chimera in the box, because I think there's another box behind Plagueis. I just never but yeah, just look at his Instagram, give you an idea of what to draw, and I'm sure you'll figure it out. But this guy Urbex is a chill dude. So yeah, I'm sure you can figure it. Like, think of him as a Sith Lord. Draw a Sith Lord. Or
Draw him
what...
as a Sith Lord, fully clothed.
Darth Urbex the Wise.
Have you ever heard of the tragedy of Darth Urbex the Wise?
When you look up Darth Urbex now, you see Plagueis already. You see Plagueis. Episode 1. Darth Urbex.
Everything is proceeding as I have foreseen.
The transaction of the peninsula has been complete, Master.
Why should you
He's on my shelf besides my vintage collection. Phantom Menace,
shelf.
Darth Sidious. Shelf.
Your
Fully
Darth
clothed.
Sidious. Sidious.
Okay. But again, thank you, Chevy, for joining us. Hello, Reality Stoner. CJ with the lunch tray. Darth Urbex, obviously, he's hosting. David Kenny. Steve Punch TV. Sarius Muter, who's at work right now. Luis Pablo Gonzalez, Darth Maul, the Marvel Purist, Omega Maximus, Brandon Tran, Jama, Ryan Golden.
Yeah.
Obviously, good to see him again all the time.
Ryan.
Floor Daishan 253, Starica, and I think I missed some other people. Or I can't see the chat now. Stops there. And then of course Monty, who's been my co-host who became my co-host the second hour of the stream. So, I want to thank all y'all for joining. I hope you enjoyed the giveaway. We'll announce a winner on the end of the month. We'll do it Saturday the 31st. We'll do a stream, so 2 weeks from now. I'll post maybe one new video between then. So yeah, check that out. Bazinga. So yeah, y'all have a great day, and I'll see you later. Ciao.
Yeah. Bye.